Nigeria, a vibrant tapestry of places, people, stories, struggles, and unshakable spirits. Politicians make promises, but who really holds them accountable? I'm Donu Kogbara, and this isn't just about politics. This is about us. This is where we confront the hard truths that few say publicly. Hello everyone, welcome to Nigeria Unfiltered. I want to tell you about something interesting and surprising that happened to me on Monday. I was invited by my friend Dr. Daniel Iworiso-Markson, former Commissioner of Information under Governor Dixon in Bayelsa State, and he is now the owner of a publication called First Daily, and he invited me to the 5th anniversary public lecture. This is the free bag they gave participants. So, as often happens at this type of event, they decided to give awards to a few VIPs. So, the governor of Bayelsa got one. Well, Daniel is a Bayelsan, so he wanted to be nice to his own governor. Though, frankly, I am not happy with his governor for moving to APC. But, hey, the ADV is actually quite a nice person, so let's leave that one for now. Then he also gave the governor of Zamfara an award. Again, is Zamfara not the epicenter of a lot of undisciplined, unruly, homicidal terrorist action that isn't being properly controlled? Should I be blaming the governor? Well, I tend to think that if your state is verging on anarchy, you don't really deserve an award. But some people told me that the Zamfara governor is doing some good work despite all this pressure from bandits and jihadis or whatever. So again, let's put it aside and just say well done to him as well. Now, the third governor who got an award was Sim Fubara, the governor of my state, Rivers. And what happened was that the governor of Bayelsa couldn't make it, so he sent a representative, the delightful Daniel Alabra, who is in charge of his media issues. And then the Zamfara governor also sent one of his aides. And both Daniel and the Zamfara representatives of their governors did well. And then they looked around and they couldn't see anybody who had been sent by Governor Fubara. I don't know what happened. Maybe he sent somebody, the person couldn't make it on time, whatever. They suddenly spotted me sitting there, and being a Rivers person, they decided I should collect the award on behalf of my governor, Sim. They also called on Dr. Dakuku Peterside, who used to be, he's held many high offices, including having been once DG of Nimasa. And Dakuku is actually from Sim's village, from Opobo, where Sim comes from, and where the mighty Jaja dynasty originated. So, well, first of all, they called Dakuku. So he went up on the stage, and then Dakuku now insisted on calling me because I had actually been invited to play that role as well. So the two of us got up on the stage and accepted the award on behalf of our governor. And I even made a little speech saying that, well, I have not always been on the same page as Fubara, but that he's still my brother and that he does well in certain areas. For example, we cannot doubt that he has been very good to civil servants who had been quite heavily neglected until Fubara took over in 2023. Now, I think everybody knows the drama of Rivers State, the fight between Wike, our former governor, and Sim, our current governor. Everybody knows that Sim was suspended for a few months. And I thought it was quite amusing. In fact, when they first asked me if I would go up on the stage to accept the award for him, I was hesitant because I have been one of the people who has thoroughly abused Sim for caving in and reconciling with Tinubu and Wike, who caused the whole palaver in River State in the first place. And so I just thought, well, the last person Sim will want to be representing him or collecting any award on his behalf is me. And I have to say that Dakuku has also not really been on the same page as Sim politically around recent events in River State. So I mean, I just thought it was really quite amusing that it was me and Dakuku were the only two who were there to kind of represent him and collect his award. The moral of the story is that, even as I was reluctantly collecting it on his behalf, I was thinking, he really is my brother. And, sometimes we should put aside the politics of bitterness and not hold grudges forever. I felt that Sim let us down, those who were fighting on his behalf. But, at the end of the day, that crisis is over for now, at least, and maybe forever. And so I wonder whether when Sim hears that it was me and Dakuku who collected the award for him, how he will respond. Will he also feel that there should be a spirit of forgiveness, that those of us who were not happy with him and made it very obvious publicly, does he feel that it's time for everybody who is a Rivers person to join hands and take the state forward, sit down at the table of brotherhood and sisterhood, regardless of previous tensions? Dakuku will give him the award, and I will send him a text message and a video clip showing us making little speeches on his behalf. And I will keep you posted as to how he responds, whether he takes the view that, phew, thank God, that quarrel is over, or whether he decides to prolong the quarrel. But he has shown the ability to forget and forget around Tinubu and Wike. I wonder whether he will do the same with me and Dakuku. On a wider national level, there have been so many quarrels between Christians and Muslims, between North and South, between Southwest and Southeast, between people from different political parties. And while I think it's important in a democracy for people to hold different views, we can't all be born with the same mindsets and values. But, there are some things that we all have in common, regardless of our often polarized positions. And, if you're a decent human being, there should be some common humanity and some patriotism that runs across the spectrum. So that whether you're in APGA or Labour or APC or PDP, we should all wish the best for this country. And we should all try and keep the tension and toxicity to a minimum, So, I mean, I'm just in a kind of like reconciliatory mood this week. I don't know how long it will last because I'm not a saint by any means. But I think it is time for Nigerians to do more, to work together, regardless of the differences, because the things that divide us are often less important than the things that should bring us together. Thank you for listening.